friends, it's Laura here with you today, and I'm so excited to bring you a new video. This video is a collaboration with my online friend, Suse Fish. She is a lovely Bible journaler on YouTube and Instagram, and I'm always so inspired by her pep talks. And as I introduced Bible journaling to my channel, I thought it would be really great for us to work together. So what we are doing today is we are both sharing a video with you on our separate and different takes on the same Bible verse. So the verse we're going to be looking at is 2 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 3 and 4. Blessed be the God and the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, the Father of mercies, the God of all comfort, who comforts us in our affliction, so that we may be able to comfort those who are in any affliction, with the comfort with which we ourselves are comforted by God. And I really love this verse. Whenever I go to my Bible, I'm usually seeking some sort of encouragement or comfort or emotional reassurance from God, because He is so good at that. And I really love these two verses here, and I'm excited for you to see how my page comes together and how I end up Bible journaling out this verse and how I feel about it. And then also for you to see how Suse's page comes together and you can see her take on the same scripture. I hope you guys enjoy this process video. I'm going to dive on in now. I'm pulling over some ephemera bits that I have off to the side there because I know I want to use them somewhere on this page, especially because I think a lot about community with these verses and how we learn to comfort so we can comfort others. So I loved that series of girls down there. Those illustrated girls are from the Celebrate Your Season class from Illustrated Faith. They are some graphics that come with that class when you take that class. And I love using my digital graphics over and over again. So I printed off multiple so I can use them in other Bible journaling projects instead of just only for that class. And then I grabbed some paints that kind of match the color of the girls there, some pinks and blue and a little bit of red for a pop of color. But those girls, it's really hard to tell. I'm sorry, it's overexposed. I fixed that in a short bit when I realized that it got really bright outside. But there is pink and light blue on a lot of those girls' outfits. So I grabbed some paint colors to match that, and I'm using squared brushes, and you can see that I just create these little squares and rectangles down my page there. And I do this by putting down the lightest color first. So I did the light blue, and then I gave it a couple of minutes to kind of dry, and then I went ahead and did some pink. But you will see that I end up not loving this pink color. I think it is a little bit too dark. So I add some more white paint to that pink, and I end up doing a lighter pink for the majority of this page. I let all of my paint air dry because I have found that if I use my heat tool to help the page dry, the Bible gets extremely wrinkly, whereas if I just use acrylic paint and let it air dry, it doesn't do that as much. And the same reason is why I prefer acrylic over watercolor paint in my Bible. I just find that it dries a lot smoother and it doesn't fuss up the page as much. So here I am adding some red bits throughout the page for a pop of color. And I wanted to give you enough footage of this so you can kind of see how I come up with those rectangular marks and see how it's really just a random process of laying the paint down in different spots. But I don't make you watch me do all of this because it does take quite a while. I also chose my paint colors to reflect the message that I was taking away from these verses, and I love how the pink and the red kind of portray love to me, and the blue is a very calm and comforting color, and all of those things reflect the message in these verses, which is all about His love for us and His comfort for us and how we can provide that same love and comfort for the people in our lives.
So I love how the colors kind of match the message there. And then I grabbed this notebook to lay down all of my extra paint there. I didn't want to just throw away that paint that I had mixed up. So I grabbed my notebook and I used that as a canvas to lay down all of that leftover paint. I grabbed some alphabet stickers because I considered using those to write out my takeaway message, but I end up liking the handwritten version better, and then I don't have to worry about running out of my letters when I'm in the middle of writing it. So that ended up working better for me. And you can see that I go back and forth between those small graphic girls and the larger ones. I just wasn't sure what size I wanted to do, but I end up choosing the larger version of the girls because I think they make more of an impact. And I just use my double-sided tape runner to glue those down to the page. And I loved putting multiple girls down there because to me it is really symbolizing community and friendship, and that for me is what this verse is really about, is providing comfort for other people like God provides it for us. I rewrite my message on a small piece of vellum that will fit in my margin, and I thought the vellum would look really lovely and romantic, but it ends up being a little bit too see-through for my taste. I think with the paint going on in the background of that page, the words just don't have a big enough impact. So after I cut it out, I end up layering a piece of white printer paper behind it and adhering that together and putting that down on the page. That way you can very clearly read what it says and it's not competing with all of the colors in the background. I really want to cover up the graphic coffee cup that is in front of the girl with blonde hair. She kind of has this hot cocoa mug or coffee mug in front of her, and that's just something that was part of the graphic, and it wasn't really quite relevant to this verse. So I decided to use the washi to kind of cover that up and then layer some stickers over top of it so you couldn't really see what was going on there. And I really wanted to add some paper clips up to the top of this. It is a very girly, frilly page, and I wanted to add some lace. So I make my own lace paper clips using a bit of this white handkerchief that I have. It came in a art journaling supply pack that I bought, and I just cut the lace trim off the edge there and tie it around a paper clip and put that at the top of my page. I end up doing the same thing with some of that pink lace trim that I have. And I love this method of using up my stash because I have had these bits of lace in my stash for probably 7 or more years, from way back in the day when I used to make cute headbands. So finding an alternative use for these cute supplies makes me really happy, and to use them to decorate the word makes me really happy too. I love when my page in my Bible looks as beautiful as how the words make me feel. And for me, that's really what Bible journaling is all about, is digging deep into the word, interacting with it, and really seeing how that message comes alive and how you are impacted by it. So here you can see I have my companion notebook, and I want to write notes on this passage. So I just grab my marker and I write some notes that I didn't have enough room in my margin for.
This is my finished result from Bible journaling these verses, and I'm giving you a peek into my process here that I usually do, which is underlining the verses that I am looking at, decorating the page however I feel called to interact with it. And then eventually when this Bible is full, I will get a second journaling Bible where I might read a chapter or a book and feel called to journal different parts. Different parts of the text might reach out to me in that time. So I really love how this is kind of like a planner or a memory keeper for our journey with God and how we interact with His Word. And so my process is usually to do decorating in my Bible, because I find that I have much more to say than what I can fit in this tiny little margin here. and I just love decorating it. So usually what I do is I have a companion notebook for my Bible, and I just keep track of every single time that I have done a devotional or felt called in the Word to write about it, or I have more feelings than I can fit in the margin here. I just create a matching passage in this notebook here. And so you can see I took all the extra paint I had left over from here and I just wiped it onto this page. And then I wrote out the word comfort in these cursive letter stickers, and I used a few more of these graphic girls from Illustrated Faith. So I have my matching page here, or my coordinating page, so I know that this whole message is about comfort. And then I have the verses that I'm looking at, so that if I want to see whatever I created in my Bible to go along with this, I can just flip open to that part and see what it is. And then I usually letter out the verse I'm looking at, because I'm usually looking at really, really beautiful verses, and I just love soaking them in and writing them down. And I really love these verses here, and the idea that our God is a God of comfort and mercies, and the idea that He is always there with open arms to wrap us in a big hug whenever we face anything difficult, and the idea that He is also our teacher, and He teaches us this comfort and this grace and this mercy so that we can go ahead and be that for other people. And I love the idea of providing that for other people and being a place of comfort and safety, because I have learned comfort through God comforting me in my time of need. So I wrote a lot about how this message is really about community for me, and providing comfort to your community and interacting with others the way God interacts with us. And I just love that idea of being His light and spreading His comfort to the people we love most. And I just love this idea. This verse really speaks to me and provides me with a lot of inspiration to really look at how I show up as a friend and as a partner, and the ways that I can improve and provide for other people what God has provided for me in this sense of comfort and safety for others. So there you have it. This is what my pages look like. I'm super in love with this Bible page here. I think it's really beautiful. And I love these little lace paper clips. They're the cutest darn things, I think. And these girls are really cute, and I just have this little flap here with my takeaway message, which is He gives us comfort so that we can comfort others. Yeah, this is my finished page. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video and watching this process. Make sure to go over to Suse's page, and I will link her video down below, and check out what she creates from these same verses. And I think it will be so interesting and fun to see how we create totally different things based on the same word, and kind of our takeaway moments from that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this process video and that you're feeling encouraged and comforted today. And if you need any comfort in your life or any prayers, feel free to send me a message or leave me a comment down below, and I will definitely be praying for you and sending all the kind thoughts your way. If you like this video and want to see more memory keeping or creativity related things, make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. It has been a great day, and I hope you are having one as well. Bye!